Hi, welcome to Chalk Talk. Welcome back if you're new. I mean, what?
Anywho, yes, welcome back to another episode of Chalk Talk. If you've ever been here before, welcome. Today's
Yes.
episode is about ticker symbol PLTR.
Or endless intros. That's what today's episode is about.
Palantir Technologies update and quick review of their earnings. That was last week in our last episode.
Yes.
It was quite a while ago. It was
Indeed.
about Kathy Wood. It was about the Kathy Wood episode. It was a long time ago, September 6th.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Palantir has some news. I have some news. Palantir has news, and I have news about Palantir. Palantir to be named a winner of the Federated Data Platform. If you don't know what that is, that's the Federated Data Platform is a software that will sit across NHS trusts and integrated care systems, allowing them to connect data they already hold in a secure and safe environment. If you don't know what NHS is, the National Health Service is the conglomerate name for the publicly funded healthcare system of the United Kingdom, comprising NHS England, NHS Scotland, and NHS Wales. My apologies.
Wales.
Yeah, so Palantir's been busy. That's from today. They're going
Yeah,
to, yeah,
they've been talking about that since
I don't know, September, October.
our first Palantir episode, even before, probably back in July
Oh, even further back. Well, I guess.
or June. It was like our first Palantir episode. I remember reading that they're working with like UK health services and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're winning the bid. They're like ahead of it. I mean, they're already pretty much integrated. So, and then let's see, Palantir, the update from their earnings, they beat earnings mostly in their commercial market growth. Denver-based Palantir government revenue rose 12% to 308 million, missing estimates for 321 million, but commercial market revenue climbed 23% to 251 million versus estimates of 234 million. And basically, there's other
Mhm.
stuff like Palantir surges as earnings show AI traction. Um, they also got that Army. Well, I mean, they have a lot of military contracts, but their most recent one was $250 million US Army contract for their data mining information. I mean, they have this, I looked it up. They have their AIP, which is artificial intelligence platform, and their ML, which is machine learning platform. And it seems pretty substantial. I mean, I guess I can see why, like, you know, they're getting big contracts for it. I mean, they even said on their website, Palantir ranked #1 vendor in AI data science and machine learning. So they're just kind of, I guess they're ahead of the curve on their software. And I looked a little bit more into what it does, but if you want to know more about it, I'm gonna post it on the screen. It doesn't matter. But yeah, Palantir. Palantir doing a lot. I mean,
Posted
unless you're
on
really into
screen.
software and data, you're not, I don't think you're really gonna care. I'm into that type of stuff, but I don't know. Um,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, it's
basically,
literally
yeah.
a software company.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm into that, like the details of it. I mean,
Mhm.
for example, AI for data mining and recording, we already know that. I mean, if you didn't know, you know. Um, so they have it set up for defense and for businesses. And basically any network from classified networks to devices of tactical edge for defense. And then it also rolls over, I guess it's just dual, capability. Deploy large language models, full fidelity representation of all concepts, actions, and decisions, define ground rules for what it can and cannot do, guardrails to control, govern, trust, full digital footprint of all inputs, outputs, and actions, security features. So it just kind of seems the way that they are marketing it seems very secure. It seems like it's very secure, very automated, very detailed information, track all, no more paperwork. It takes the paperwork out. I mean, I don't know if they're still using paperwork, but AI, they're really utilizing AI here to kind of just run programs for businesses and for the government. So, I mean, you always have that worry about like if the robots take control. That's what it makes me think of. That whole what was the movie? Matrix. The Matrix. Are you living in the
Mm.
Matrix? Are we giving robots too much control? Whatever. Or maybe if someone can hack it, they have too much control because now they have all this data. Hopefully
Mhm.
Palantir's on top. Palantir says they're on top of it, and that's why they're getting the contracts. So I don't know. Any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on data mining and government
Data
contracts?
mining.
Yeah. It's automated data mining and recording. So it just kind of like softwares to help just automate your business or whatever you need it for securely. That's the idea.
You just you just described a blockchain.
I mean, yes, except it's not blockchain technology, it's AI
Mhm.
technology. Yeah.
AI. I love that word or that term.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, and people just think it's like one thing.
It's multiple things. It's in a lot of things.
Yeah. Some people, yeah, think it's just like one singular thing. Our AI.
Yeah. I wonder if we can like take a tour, go to Denver and take a tour of Palantir's company,
I highly
Palantir
doubt it.
Technologies. They got to. They're so big. Why not? Let us see. Let us see what's behind the walls, right? No, you're not interested at all.
Not really.
But
No. Mm.
yeah, Palantir is
I don't
doing
know.
great. I looked at the charts.
And, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like their numbers. The stock's doing all right. I mean, I don't know how I feel about Palantir stock.
The
Like
stock,
Palantir,
yeah.
the numbers are really, really good. The numbers are nice, but like I don't know how I feel about the stock. Where the heck am I? Here we are.
I don't know. Let's see. Max bullish, 5 year bullish, 1 year bullish, 3 month bullish, 1 month bullish, 5 days bullish, 1 day. I don't know if we're looking at the same charts. And I feel like the company's making a lot of money.
Yeah, the analysts on this are all over the place though.
I
All
see.
over.
It's a major hold.
Yeah, you got buys, strong buys, a whole underperforms, sells, a low of $9, an average of 16.23, and the high of 25. Oh, they updated this today. The low was $5 and the average was 14. The average and the low have both come up.
All that says to me is that they just don't know what's going to happen because it's doing well. And I don't know if it's kind of like a mix between, well, this is going to, because it's doing above average, it's going to go down. Or if it's
Yeah,
like
and
this
they
company can only go up because of all of its government contracts and like US and international, it has multiple international contracts. So
yeah, and they beat. Yeah, that was one of those things that Wall Street investors were like kind of on. They're just like, oh, they're too heavily involved in what is it, like government military contracts, but then they started getting other like different private ones and other ones outside of military and everything. But yeah, I mean their numbers are really, really good, minus their debt to asset. But like everything else is pretty amazing. They keep improving throughout everything, honestly, minus maybe, yeah, like I said, other than their debt to asset. Their balance sheet looks nice too. Over the last 5 quarters, they've managed to, well, I mean, it's a little bit up and down ish, but over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarters, they've gained $800 million in assets and have cut not much, but about $10 million. For a while. They had their assets down by 50 million. But yeah, I mean it's pretty solid balance sheet. Um,
Yeah, positive operating, positive total,
yeah,
positive net income.
the only thing they have a really crappy investing cash flow, and their debt
Mhm.
to asset is very but there's one thing um, I never usually mention it in other episodes, but um, where is it? One second.
I mean, if they're talking about like the current, um, like since they're invested in military, like what's going to happen with like wars and stuff.
Hmm.
I don't
National
think
paper.
that affects their overall contract. Like they still have to get paid out if they get sold, if those contracts get signed. So,
Yeah. Um, Also, they have a very I never talk about this, but CFPS
mm-hmm.
cash
See?
flow
Mm-hmm.
their cash flow per share. That's a very underrated thing that I never tend to go over in stocks. I don't know why. I always just sometimes I always just stop at like book value, but like CFPS, the cash flow per share.
Mm-hmm.
So the cash flow per share basically just means that if the company's reserves, the reserve cash for paying like debt, maintaining things, uh, if they want to potentially pay a dividend or do uh, a stock buyback. So when that's high and they have a plus 171% compared to this quarter last year,
Mm-hmm.
they're plus 171.24%. So cash flow per share is really, really good. So I was like, yeah, an investor, I guess, looking into that, other than like I usually mention cash flow, and then of course you want to look at like debt to asset, and of course, da, da, da. But yeah, cash flow per share, something I usually neglect to talk about, but they have a very good cash flow per share, which could mean a bright future. I mean, if they can stay consistent with it. They've had three consistent positives. Q1 in 2023 of this year it was a plus 400%. And they just had a plus 38% in the second quarter of this year. And then, like I said, plus 171%. So that's big. That means they can pay off potential debt down the road. Like I said, maybe if they want to pay a dividend down the road, do a stock buyback, or just overall maintaining the company and growing it. So that's really big. Um, and their net margins, they're making really, really, really nice net margins, and they have a net margin of 12.81%, which is pretty good for a tech company. Um, Mostly your Apple, of course. But Kathy Wood really likes this stock, other than Tesla and probably Bitcoin as her favorite investment.
Yeah, I just read she
Uh,
dropped some
sh
Tesla. She just
yeah,
sold some.
she's been cutting her Tesla position and buying more Palantir. But she likes Palantir around 14 and under, which by looking at the chart looks like the safe buy. Anything usually like sub 14. It looks like it bounces a lot from that 14 area. Like from the last episode in September
Yeah.
6th, the stock opened at 15.21. It closed at 15.18. Um, it dropped. It traded around that range for the remainder of September. Uh, the first week, well, on 10/10, October 10th, it dropped heavy to 11.18 and then shot back up to 18.44. And then it just did a lot of trading between a support of 14.48 to $18 and change. It bounced around that $4. And then it has a really, really nice support. I think that's where Kathy would likes to buy around. It's that 14.48 because then again, it had another second shot up.
Pause.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back. I just needed a cough drop because I was dying.
Mhm, mhm. So anyway, as I was saying, It's had two significant runs from 1448 uh, since September. Like I said, it went from 1448, had a support to it ran to like 18 and change, and then again from 1448 to 2139, which is its 52-week high, and then today it traded in between 1816 and 1887 and closed at 1827, which is today, Thursday, November 9th. So it's trading a few dollars under its 52-week high, well, roughly $2 basically. But yeah, it seems like have us a really, really nice support at 1448. Like I said, I think that's where Kathy Wood does a lot of buying, is in that range. But yeah, based off the chart, if I was buying Palantir, I wouldn't touch it until like it went until at least that 1448. And then if it went under, it looks like 11 is a good buy. Like 11, it doesn't have much support under 1448. Like it seems like if it goes under that, it's going straight to like 11.
Yeah, the inflow and the outflow is pretty matched.
Yeah. Yeah, they just had a good earnings, and now, like I said, a few days later, like literally just in today, I think they did like a little upgrade on their price points because the low price point and the median price point, uh, both rose. The low, like I said, went from 5 to 9, and then the average uh, went from what is it? What was it? It was 14 and change. But yeah, now the average is saying 16.23, and then the high hasn't changed of $25 for the analyst ratings. And then our friends over at Yahoo Finance thinks 90% of the market is overvalued. And yeah, Palantir, their 1 year target is 14.25, which was the 1 year target of most analysts until today, where it rose to $2.
Yeah.
So, and their PE FWD has moved down significantly from trailing 12 months. So it looks like a lot of Wall Street analysts. We could see an upgrade in the stock moving forward, but I feel like slowly the people who are skeptical or less bullish on the stock are slowly becoming more bullish on Palantir. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe in a not so shitty market, we'll definitely see. Who knows? Maybe I mean, overall, if you ask me, in a good market down the road, I mean, this is like a what, a 30 I think the free float market cap is like 30 billion, and then the market cap's about 42-ish billion. Let me see the free float market cap. Where are you, free float market cap? Here we go, 30.1133. And then the overall market cap, I believe, is like 40.
What did you say the free float was?
It's 30, like just low 30, and then the market cap itself is 39.76 billion.
Okay.
And then the free float, as I think, is like 30.1130 billion.
Oh,
It has a lot of shares
what source are
outstanding.
you using right now?
Uh, for the free float market cap, CNBC,
Okay.
and then the company market cap, I believe it's 39 point, yes, Yahoo, 39.7755 billion
I mean, it
with a free
shows.
float of.
Mm-hmm.
They have a massive free float. That's the only thing. It's going to take a lot of money to move this stock, but
Yeah, I mean,
1.65 billion.
they've got money. I mean, they got money. They're making money.
I mean,
Short term, medium term, long term, bullish. Not personal, just
yeah,
looking at the technical analysis here.
yeah. And I think I think down the road this I'd say this is a good $100 billion company.
I think it might be a good idea to buy low and hold. Just hold.
Yeah, wait, like yeah, in my opinion, 14.
Not financial
I mean,
advice, but if
yeah, no,
I
not I know not financial advice, but yeah, I think in my opinion, a good buy is like that 14.48. Look for that support. If it goes under it,
14,
a
48,
fantastic buy is
15,
11.
just aggregate in 15.
Yeah, and then anything preteen like 11 range would be a really, really good buy in my opinion.
11.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, we've seen 11 a handful of times since September. So, it likes to go to that 14 support though and bounce a lot. But who knows? You
So
could see
yeah.
11. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is like a very, very long hold type of stock. I mean, you could definitely trade it, but in my opinion, it's more of something you hold for the years to come.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so but yeah, based off of other companies that are similar to it, I mean, the way it's looking and the way with all their contracts now, they have all different types. It's not just like private military. They have
Mm-hmm.
all many, 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 many different in public and private sectors. So
Yep.
this company is growing a lot. They're putting a lot of money into they have a lot of money in their cash reserves. Like I said, the only thing they really need to work on, but hey, that's most companies is their debt to asset ratio. Other than that, their balance sheet pretty solid. Everything else is pretty great, minus their finance cash flow. But
Yeah,
down the
that's
road,
Palantir.
yeah, no
That's
timeline.
Palantir.
Hey, I think it's
I
$100
don't know
billion.
about years and years hold. I don't know. It's hard to see that far out, like in general, but
Yeah, I mean
I
it's
mean,
still
unless
somewhat pretty
mhm.
newish company. I think they've been around for 20 years, but they've only been publicly traded for like I think like three now. So
Yeah,
I think it's $100 billion company down the road, but no timeline.
no timeline. Okay, got it.
So that would
That's
put us
helpful.
at 100 billion. That's about I don't know roughly 100 billion times what that's 33,369. So 1836. That's probably somewhere around a $65 stock
Nice. Hold out
at
for
100 billion.
$65.
At 100 billion, if it 100 billion, that would be roughly a 333% return.
At 100 billion. Right now, it's like just under
It's
40.
yeah, and it's continuing making higher highs, and it has a really good support at 14. So,
Yeah,
and every time it breaks out, it's breaking out like $5, $6 runs.
it
So
could see some good numbers. 2026.
yeah, or hey, who knows what happens with the world? You never know. It is
That's
they
true.
they do have
But
many military contracts.
that's what I'm saying. They're not dependent on war outcomes. They're a software
No,
company. And so the military contracts help. And once they sign them, they're going to get paid anyway, regardless of what happens. So really, we're talking about AI growth here, and if their software holds up.
yeah, well, they have most of the core too. The people who started the business are all still involved. It was like four or five guys that started it, and all of them, minus I believe one, are all still CEO, CFO, president.
I hope they're not one of
And
those. We're a
it's a
family.
20, it's a 20-year-old company too, like I said, and but publicly traded for like 3 years, I think, since 2020 they IPO'd. But anywho,
Yeah, that's Palantir.
yeah, that's Palantir. That
That's
is the
Palantir, and you've been
update.
palantold. I said I wouldn't say it, but I
Yeah,
said it.
we've been up the Palantir update, Palantir earnings. But yeah, anyways, that's that.
That's that.
We hopefully won't take 2 more months to update again, unless I don't. I mean, I don't know. If I do something interesting or the stock does anything drastic, then maybe sooner than later. But anywho,
One of those
be
wait to
on the
see the
lookout.
fun. Yep.
Be on the lookout for new episodes and update episodes. All earnings reports for the markets are over until January. So no more earnings reports for a
Yeah.
while.
Thanks for tuning in.
Just
Thanks for listening.
uh,
Thanks for hanging out.
please like, share, and subscribe
Yeah,
and
stay
support the
classy, stay
channel.
safe.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, and we'll check you in the next one. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye. Listen, order in the court. I don't need none of your falsifications. Hi, have you heard of our Lord and Savior T-Rex? Would you like to join our dinosaur clan?
Okay.
Come on, Palantir. Come on.
Gallon gear.
On today's news, I didn't have a catchy headline. I dropped the ball on that one. There he goes. What? Quit banging on me, damn furnace. Hey, welcome back to Chalk Talk. We're here today.
We're here
We're
today.
here today to discuss some things. No. I mean, that's how a T-Rex look, right?
You're obsessed. Should become an expert.
Maybe I should, but I won't because I'm lazy. I don't care enough. Anyway, welcome back to Chalk Talk. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We're glad to have you. That's my best Valley Girl voice. Oh my God. Anyway, today, what are we talking about?
Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Chalk Talk. Today's episode is about ticker symbol PLTR.
Welcome.
Here.
Welcome to have you.
Are you gonna just keep saying welcome?
I don't know. What intro are we doing?
I literally was just trying to start. You just keep saying welcome.
Well, if that was the new intro, I have to say it again.
So, welcome again, just in case if you didn't hear welcome the first 10 times. Are you broken?
Yes.
I said welcome so many goddamn times.
Let's get serious and do a real intro. You ready? I'll do it.
3,
I'll
2.
do it.
Are you gonna just keep repeating welcome?
I'm going to have to say it again because that's what I say.
Okay. 3, 2, go.